guys, welcome back. This is Friend. This week, we're going to be talking about why you will always be broke unless you manage to do this one thing. It's a simple concept. You've heard about it before. And it's about living on less than you make. Unless you can manage to live on less than you earn, you will never be able to have money. And throughout this video, I'm going to tell you why that is. It's a simple concept to understand. If you make $3,000 a month, but you spend $3,500 a month, it's clear that you will never be able to save any money. Yet, so many people find it extremely difficult to achieve. I can virtually guarantee you, anyone who has money, anyone who's considered rich or wealthy, the reason that they were able to reach that status, or the reason that they were able to get to where they are financially speaking, it's because they've spent less than they've earned. It is the single most important thing that you can do in personal finance if you want to be financially stable now and financially secure in the future. Yes, it requires a lot of sacrifice, because if it didn't, a lot more people would do so and a lot more people would be able to accumulate wealth over time. Like I said, it's a simple concept, yes, but it's definitely not easy. So unless you can make the sacrifices to make it happen, I'm going to be going over everything that you could possibly do, but you will be prevented from doing if you cannot manage to live on less than you earn. The first one is saving for an emergency fund. Unless you can manage to live on less than you earn, you will never be able to save up for an emergency fund. And an emergency fund is an important part of personal finance and stability in your finances. Why? Because it serves as a buffer in case you have any unexpected expenses. I wish I could tell you that emergencies would never happen, but they will, and it's inevitable. And I'm telling you, unless you have an emergency fund to help you weather these unexpected expenses, you will unfortunately not be able to make financial progress. And like so many people, you will find yourself time and time again in situations where you never have enough money to cover an emergency. You never have enough money to cover unexpected expenses. And if you have any credit cards, just like everybody else, you will be putting that expense on a credit card and you will be stuck in the minimum payment trap by making minimum payments on your credit cards, never really achieving anything. You essentially just getting by. So whatever sacrifices you're going to have to make, you're going to have to, or else you will always be in a situation where you never have enough money. So you have to spend less than you make in order to save for an emergency fund. The second one, if you currently have any debt, if you currently have a car loan, student loan debt, credit card debt, the best way and the quickest way to get rid of these debts is by paying extra towards the principal balance in addition to your regular payments. So if you have a car loan, then you want to be able to make your car payment, but in addition to that, put some extra money towards the principal balance. For example, $50 a month. Same thing applies to your student loans. And the same applies to your credit card debt if you're carrying a balance from month to month. And I'm telling you, consumer debt is killing your finances. For as long as you have consumer debt that you're carrying around, you're basically working for the bank. You're not working for yourself, because every time your paycheck comes in, it automatically goes out. You're making the money, but it's not your money, because the money is going towards debt repayment in addition to your mortgage or to your rent. You have to put yourself in a position where you can pay off your consumer debt, therefore freeing up money that you'll be able to use for whatever purposes you want. And the crazy thing is that the banks don't want you to be out of consumer debt, because when you have consumer debt, you're not only paying the balance that you owe, but in addition, you're paying interest on that balance. And that interest is basically passive income to the bank. They lend you the money, they allow you to use their money, so now you have to pay for it. You pay the money back, and in addition, you have to pay interest to make it worthwhile for them. So if you're not able to live on less than you earn, then you'll get in that perpetual cycle of getting consumer debt, paying off the interest, getting consumer debt, paying it off, and paying off the interest. And it doesn't matter if you are an employee or if you work for yourself, your income will come in and it will just go right back out. And at the end of the year, just like everybody else, you'll be asking yourself, where did all the money go? And you will have nothing to your name. But by living below your means, you're able to pay off that credit card debt, to pay off any consumer debt that you have, and hopefully you are able to pay them off ahead of time. And once you get any consumer debt paid off, then you'll have funds that you can use to now invest. However you choose to invest your money is up to you. But personally, I invest in the stock market. So because I was able to get rid of all consumer debt, I'm able to use that money to invest. Some people may choose to invest in their own businesses, and some people may choose to invest in real estate by buying real estate, becoming a landlord, flipping houses, etc. Personally, I choose to invest in the stock market by investing in other people's businesses. The company is already created and they're working. I'm not contributing directly to that business, but I'm just purchasing shares of that business, essentially becoming a tiny owner of that company, a tiny owner of that business, therefore getting the benefits, the upsides of that business. But of course, when you invest in the stock market, you're also taking on risk, because just like these businesses can do well and make you money, they could also not do so well or actually do badly, in which case you would be losing money. But the way I minimize the amount of risk that I take is by investing in thousands of companies at a time. And I do that by investing in market index funds. Alternatively, you can do it by investing in market exchange traded funds. So unless you can live below your means, you will never be able to get to invest. And investing is what allows you to make progress financially. So 5 years from now, you'll be wealthier than you are today. And 10 years from now, you'll be even wealthier than you will be in 5 years. The reason why the rich keep getting richer and richer and the poor can't seem to get a break, it's simply because the rich live on less than they earn, and they have the excess money to put it to good use, to put it into investment, therefore maintaining their standards of living and at the same time multiplying their money. You should be able to do exactly that. There's no secret to being rich. It's a series of steps that you have to take by investing your money, investing it consistently over an extended period of time, and you as well will be able to create wealth over time. But without being able to live on less than you earn, you will never be able to invest. Therefore, you will continuously be broke, living paycheck to paycheck. But when it comes to investing, the average person or the average American doesn't have a whole lot of money. Your money generally comes into you every 2 weeks if you are an employee, or if you're self-employed. Whenever the money is earned, that's when it becomes available to you. But when you do get it, you have to put a system in place to make sure that any excess money that you have gets invested, and gets invested regularly, consistently in whatever you choose to invest it. And I've been doing so for quite some time, and it's worked great. Because you get your money periodically, if you choose to invest in the stock market, you'll be able to do something that's called dollar cost averaging, in which case you'll be investing a set amount of money every 2 weeks or every week or every month, and continue to do that over a period of weeks, months, years, or even decades. That way you will ensure that you always have money, even when you decide not to work any longer. And the key to investing, particularly in the stock market, in a way that you will be successful over time, is by automating the process, making sure that every 2 weeks or every month or periodically, you continue to invest irrespective of what the stock market is doing or irrespective of how the economy is. And by automating the process, you will be able to make investing very simple, which will allow you to continue to live your life as you please, but at the same time knowing that you're securing your financial future for yourself and eventually for your children if you have children. And I am telling you this, unless you can manage to live on less than you earn, you will never be able to save for an emergency fund. You will never be able to pay off high interest consumer debt. You will never be able to invest. You will never be able to have consistent income that is stable enough to automate the process. You will continue to live paycheck to paycheck for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and before you know it, it's time for you to retire and you have nothing to show for it. You spent your entire life working, and now you will be at the mercy of the government to take care of you, or you will be a financial burden to your children who themselves may be having their own families that they're raising. So if you want to make any financial progress at all, being able to live on less than you earn is vital. Without it, nothing else is possible financially. And frankly, that is no way to live. That's it. If this video was informative to you, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to allow me to continue to spread good information to get you to become more financially literate. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.